provided by Thomas Allgeier and Frennis, based on the most relevant posts on LinkedIn about MarTech insights in CW 22-23. Frennis is a B2B market research company working with enterprises to optimize their campaigns with account and executive insights far beyond AI. Welcome to the deep dive.
That's right. Today we're taking a deep dive into the top MarTech trends we've been seeing bubble up on LinkedIn. This is really over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, it feels like there's a real focus shaping up.
Totally. You'll hear about how everyone's trying to tighten those, data to value loops, making them work harder, and simplifying tech stacks, like really simplifying for actual speed, not just talk, and making AI practical. Finally.
Right, getting beyond the hype phase.
Exactly. And it's not just users. Vendors are also, well, they're really doubling down on partnerships now.
Oh, interesting. So connecting the dots more.
Yeah, connecting the dots. Turning those separate tools into, like, integrated growth engines. It's about getting to what's really working in B2B MarTech now.
Okay, sounds good. Let's get into it then.
Absolutely. So let's unpack this. We should probably start with what's becoming the absolute foundation for everything, data and analytics.
Okay, yeah. Theme 1. Data and analytics.
Okay.
It's clear this is the bedrock now, isn't it? For making, informed decisions in MarTech. I mean, without good data, you're just guessing, really.
You really are. And what's fascinating, what we saw pop up, is how CDP's customer data platforms are kind of becoming the CMO's best friend. Their defense against shrinking ad margins.
How so?
Well, people like Johan Terpstra and David Raab were highlighting how CDPs let you link spending directly to profit contribution, like almost in real time.
Wow, okay. Not just clicks and impressions.
No, actual contribution. Yeah. It's a huge shift from just tracking vanity metrics to, genuinely understanding ROI.
That real-time link sounds incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
But how do you actually see that, make it useful for the team?
That's where dashboards come in, right? Daryl Alfonso had some great insights on new dashboard frameworks. He talked about things like ROI waterfalls, sprint velocity for the team, even system reliability. It's about turning marketing ops from, like, a cost center.
How's how it's often seen, yeah?
Exactly. Into a proper performance nerve center. He listed, I think, 7 key reports for MarTech VPs, ROI, speed to lead, system availability. It really makes ops accountable. Transparent.
Makes sense. But is it just about getting the tech?
Well, that's a great point. Casey Maxwell actually cautioned that timing often beats tools.
Timing, yeah.
Yeah. It's not just about having the budget. It's about investing when you can actually activate the insights immediately.
Right. Don't buy it just because you can. Buy it when you can use it.
Precisely. Holding off might be smarter than buying a powerful tool you can't leverage yet.
That's a crucial distinction. Utility over just acquisition. Ron Prabhakar kind of expanded on this, talking about the data layer itself. He described it as the front line of customer understanding. Not just pipes and storage, but an intelligence interface, interpreting behavior in real time.
So it's like alive.
Kind of, where identity, consent, behavior, experience all meet. Live, signal aware, like a living system.
It should be. But here's the catch. Nicole Cook pointed out a pretty big challenge. Yep. Despite all these tools, most organizations still really struggle to get that clear, actionable customer view. She said only maybe 14% are making real progress.
Only 14%? Wow. Why so low?
Often it's down to, fragmented systems, siloed data, and just not using the first-party data they do have effectively.
So the potential is there, but putting it all together, that's the hard part.
It really is a reminder that the tools are just one piece. Integration, capability, often lagging.
That's actually a perfect segue.
Yeah.
Because if data is the what, we need to streamline the how. Which brings us to marketing automation and operations, building smarter, leaner processes.
Exactly. This next theme is all about that simplification, streamlining operations, moving beyond just adding more tools and focusing on optimizing what you've got.
And it seems like a lot of the conversation was around this rebuild versus add-on idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Tony Hendricks talked about rebuilding a whole marketing automation system from scratch, focusing on core improvements. That's a big undertaking.
Huge, not just tweaks, fundamental changes.
And Sam Anderson highlighted form friction. How bad forms can kill your lead gen, regardless of the offer.
Oh, absolutely. Such a basic thing, but so often overlooked.
Right. And then Munir Nejai emphasized unifying workflows with Salesforce flows. Apparently, that's becoming a key skill now for efficiency.
And for those rebuilds or even new things, no code is really picking up steam. Arup Mohanty mentioned how it lets ops teams ship experiments fast.
Without waiting for IT.
Exactly. That agility is gold. And Carrie Fairley made a really strong point about clean data inputs.
Back to data again.
Always. She said it's the fastest path to sharper segmentation, better lead retention. She even suggested quarterly data cleanups because, as she put it, good segmentation only works if your inputs don't lie.
Makes total sense. Garbage in, garbage out, right?
Totally. And beyond the tools, the role of marketing ops leaders is changing too.
How so?
Well, Anthony Weldmode and Mike Rizzo both described them becoming more like tech-savvy product managers.
Interesting.
Yeah. Owning the GTM tech stack, orchestrating the marketing motions, taking control of analytics. They're not just button pushers, they're driving go-to-market success, shipping GTM products.
So a really strategic role now.
Absolutely pivotal. And speaking of pivotal, what's at the center of all this tech?
The CRM, usually.
It still is, yeah. Sandra Volrath-Evans shared insights from that big State of MarTech Report 2025 by Scott Brinker and Franz Rammersma. CRM is still central in B2B.
Okay.
But what's really interesting is a big jump, 5 times more in custom-built platforms.
5-fold. Wow. People building their own stuff.
Yeah, hints at maybe a growing appetite for tailored solutions, maybe frustration with rigid tools. Although, Thomas Ross did point out that CRM usage is often still pretty low.
Huh. So it's central, but maybe not fully utilized.
Yeah.
That's odd.
It is a bit of a tension, yeah. Which maybe explains why simplification is such a theme.
Right. Rick Junkers made a great point about that. He said, the bravest thing a leader can do now isn't launching another pilot. It's simplifying what they already have.
Yeah.
Cleaning out that digital closet of unused apps we all have.
Oh, I can relate to that. And Nathan Weil added a crucial warning. Automation and AI. They speed things up, sure, but they won't fix a broken process underneath.
Right. Speeding up a flawed process just gets you to the wrong place faster.
Exactly. Emil Bjornsquer put it really well. He said marketing automation is broken in its thinking, not the tech itself.
In the thinking.
Yeah. We automate tactics, not strategy. His point was, prioritize strategy first, then use tech for meaningful human interactions. And Anna Moran chimed in, saying marketers need to voice their operational reality, their daily pain points during platform selection, their requirements, not just complaints.
So it's about being strategic with automation, not just automating for automation's sake, thinking why before what, which, speaking of accelerating things, brings us perfectly to AI and personalization. That's definitely shaping the agentic future of customer engagement, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And what's really striking is that AI agents, they're not science fiction anymore. They are already in daily workflows.
Already?
Yeah. Matthew Naderberger mentioned Ampy's agents making billions with a B of decisions every week.
Billions. Okay, that's significant.
Right. And Leanne Dow-Weimar put it bluntly, AI agents are already on your team. Nikki Vigensky called agentic AI the next great unlock. The debate isn't if AI should decide, it's how often.
Wow. That's a fundamental shift, and it's becoming practical, even for smaller teams.
Totally. Look at HubSpot integrating directly with ChatGPT. Chris Cheviter and Karen Eng highlighted this. It signals a move to native, first-party AI doing real-time analysis.
So you don't need a data science team necessarily.
Exactly. It gives smaller teams analytical superpowers, as they put it. Ask complex questions like, which cohorts convert best? Or who's likely to churn? And get answers that drive growth.
That is a superpower. And are we seeing actual use cases delivering value now?
We are. Gen AI stuff, like Floris Jansen showed automated personalized mockups for outbound. Streamlines cold outreach massively.
Personalized mockups automatically. Nice.
Yeah. And Bill Stathopoulos talked about signal-first targeting for cold email. Instead of blasting lists, you reach out when there's an actual intense signal. Scales engagement without just bloating your lists.
Smart. Precision, not just volume.
Exactly. And Alice Osborne looked at how AI is changing e-commerce leadership. Things like granular PPC bids, inventory forecasting, that's becoming AI-driven.
So the leader's role changes.
Big time. Less direct execution, more strategic orchestration, knowing how to prompt the AI, audit its output, deepen your own data understanding. Robert Gillespie even mentioned AI-powered websites that update dynamically based on visitor queries. That's happening now.
The pace is just incredible.
It really is, and it touches everything. Michael Hartman talked about AI impacting email deliverability could help or hinder. Juan Mendoza noted how LLMs are changing online shopping, making it more conversational. And Jackie Schaefer highlighted AI revolutionizing damn digital asset management with smarter search, automated metadata, making content way more useful.
Okay, so pulling all these AI threads together, What's the big picture for customer engagement?
Mayank Patel summed it up nicely. He saw three big shifts. One, from reactive to proactive engagement.
Sure.
Two, from basic personalization to true contextual relevance.
Right, understanding the why.
Exactly. And three, moving from just MarTech tools to genuinely intelligent systems that learn, decide, and act in real time. He calls it agentic customer engagement.
Agentic customer engagement. That sounds like the destination.
It really does, and it demands a smarter way of managing all this tech, doesn't it? Which brings us neatly to our final theme, strategic stack management and collaboration.
Yeah, this pulls it all together, not just the tools, but how you manage them, how teams work together. It's beyond just the tech itself.
Right. And what's interesting is hearing consultants like Navneet Prashar really pushing for less tools, deeper mastery.
Fewer tools, really.
Yeah. The argument is that tactical overload, too many tools you barely use, dilutes your strategic impact. Better to master a few key ones. Is that a tough sell, you think? For marketers always wanting the next shiny object.
I think it can be. But it makes sense, doing more with less, or at least with what you have and know well.
And speaking of core tools, Timur Essar, quoting Chris Muscat, called DAM digital asset management the core rock now.
Core rock.
Yeah, for anchoring images, video, brand governance, especially with AI creating so much content. Automated creative versioning in DAM helps efficiency and keeps things on brand. Though Sandra Volrath-Evans did point out content ops are still often siloed, which is a problem.
Those silos again. They seem to pop up everywhere.
They do. Bill Stykos hit this hard, saying tech silos kill efficiency and customer experience. They just hold back growth. And Tony Byrne talked about legless architecture.
Legless. Beyond headless.
Yeah, even more flexible, more integrated systems to really break down those barriers for the future.
And we're actually seeing platforms team up now, right, to break down external silos too.
We are. Concrete examples. Scott Brinker highlighted LinkedIn, HubSpot, and Zapier doing a joint B2B conversion webinar series.
Okay.
It shows the power of connected data and workflows when major platforms collaborate strategically. It's not just a simple integration, it's a proper go-to-market alliance.
That connection seems key, inside and out.
Definitely. And internally, Jamie Hornberger stressed the vital partnership between marketing ops and brand marketing for event ROI.
MOPs and brand. How so?
Well, brand ensures the message is right, the experience is engaging. MOPs optimizes the lead capture, the data flow, enabling those real-time tweaks to strategy based on what's happening at the event. It's a crucial combo.
Makes sense. They need each other to make events really pay off. So, wrapping up, how should we approach buying all this tech?
There was a great analogy shared by Phil Gamache from Samia Syed. Treat MarTech like HR.
Like hiring.
Exactly. Apply the same rigor to a six-figure tech decision as you would to hiring a senior person. Give the tool a job description. Scrutinize it. Give it performance reviews.
That's actually a brilliant way to think about the investment. Really frames it differently.
Doesn't it? And finally, a dose of realism from Charles Clayton. He said, look, even if your stack isn't perfect, even if it has gaps, focusing on strategy still drives strong outcomes.
So strategy trumps perfect tech.
That was his point. His team stack isn't fully integrated, but they get results through clean targeting, clear lifecycle logic, strong human alignment. MarTech should accelerate the strategy, he said, and not be the strategy.
You know what really stands out from all this, for me, is that the future isn't just about piling on more tech.
No, definitely not.
It's about being smarter, deeper mastery, more integration, and focusing on strategies that are actually human-centric, things that genuinely help customers and, to drive the business forward.
Absolutely. The conversation's definitely moved from just getting tech to strategically using it for real impact, always connecting it back to the bigger picture.
New episodes drop every 2 weeks. Also, be sure to check out our other deep dives on account-based marketing, field marketing, channel and partner marketing, AI and B2B, and go-to-market strategy. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the latest MarTech insights.
And remember to subscribe for more insights that help you stay well-informed and ahead of the curve. You won't want to miss what we unpack next.